The Arctic, a vast, frozen expanse at the top of our world. For centuries, it was a realm of explorers and scientists, a pristine wilderness seemingly untouched by the conflicts of nations. But the ice is melting, and as it recedes, a new world of opportunity and conflict is emerging. At the heart of this great thaw, one nation is making a bold and ambitious play: Russia. This is the story of how the Kremlin is building a new empire in the north, a move that could redraw the map of global power. For Russia, the Arctic is not just a distant frontier, it is its own backyard. With the longest Arctic coastline in the world, stretching over 24,000 kilometers, its claim to the region is deeply rooted in history and geography. Moscow asserts control over a vast swathe of the Arctic Ocean, extending all the way to the North Pole. These claims, submitted to the United Nations, are based on the contention that the Lomonosov and Mendeleev ridges on the Arctic seabed are natural extensions of the Siberian continental shelf. If accepted, Russia would gain exclusive rights to an area of 1.2 million square kilometers, a territory brimming with unimaginable wealth. But Russia isn't just waiting for international approval. It's reinforcing its claims with cold, hard steel. Across the vast Siberian coastline, a string of military bases, abandoned after the fall of the Soviet Union, are being reactivated and modernized. Places like the Nagurskoye Air Base in Alexandra Land, once frozen relics of the Cold War, are now bustling hubs of military activity. These bases, forming a strategic shield across Russia's northern flank, are equipped with state-of-the-art radar systems and air defense batteries. They are home to advanced fighter jets and bombers capable of operating in the extreme Arctic climate. The symbol of this renewed might is the nuclear icebreaker. Russia is the only country in the world that operates a fleet of them, and it's building more. These colossal vessels, like the Arctica and the Sibir, are not just for clearing sea lanes. They are floating power stations and command centers, capable of carving paths through thick ice for military and commercial ships alike, ensuring year-round access to the Arctic. More ominously, Russia is deploying its most advanced weapons to the region. Hypersonic missiles, like the Kinzhal and the Zircon, are reportedly being stationed in the Arctic. These weapons, capable of traveling at many times the speed of sound, pose a formidable challenge to existing missile defense systems, dramatically shifting the military balance in the high north. What drives this massive investment? The answer lies beneath the melting ice. The US Geological Survey estimates that the Arctic holds about 13% of the world's undiscovered oil, and 30% of its undiscovered natural gas, along with vast deposits of rare earth minerals, nickel, and palladium. As the ice cap shrinks, these resources are becoming more accessible than ever. Russian energy giants like Gazprom and Rosneft are already at the forefront, launching ambitious projects like the Yamal LNG plant. This multi-billion-dollar facility, built on the permafrost of the Siberian tundra, is a testament to Russia's determination to exploit the Arctic's bounty. The energy extracted here isn't just for domestic use. It's a powerful tool of foreign policy, strengthening Russia's position as a global energy superpower. Perhaps the most significant prize in Russia's Arctic strategy is the Northern Sea route. This shipping lane, running along Russia's Arctic coast, connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. As the ice melts, it's becoming a viable alternative to the traditional route through the Suez Canal. For a ship traveling from Shanghai to Rotterdam, the Northern Sea route can cut the journey time by up to 40%, saving time, fuel, and money. Russia sees this route not just as a commercial highway, but as a strategic choke point that it can control. It has enacted laws requiring foreign vessels to obtain permission and pay for Russian icebreaker escorts to transit the route, effectively turning an international waterway into a national toll road. Control of the Northern Sea route would give Moscow significant leverage over global trade and supply chains. Naturally, Russia's assertive posture has not gone unnoticed. The other 7 Arctic nations, particularly the NATO members, the United States, Canada, Norway, Denmark, and Iceland, are watching with growing alarm. The US has reactivated its second fleet, responsible for the North Atlantic, and is increasing its own naval and air patrols in the region. NATO allies are conducting more frequent and larger military exercises, like Cold Response in Norway, to test their ability to operate in the harsh Arctic environment. American B-1 bombers now make regular flights over the Barents Sea, a clear signal to Moscow. The once quiet and cooperative spirit of the Arctic Council is being replaced by a tense military standoff. The High North is becoming a stage for a high-stakes game of geopolitical chess, where every move is scrutinized and every action has a counterreaction. Beyond the geopolitical maneuvering, there is a far more profound and perhaps irreversible consequence of this new great game: the environmental impact. The international community is watching Russia's northern gambit with growing unease. The United States, in a clear signal of its renewed focus on the high north, has reactivated its second fleet, responsible for the North Atlantic. NATO has followed suit, conducting massive military exercises like Trident Juncture and Cold Response, simulating high-intensity conflict in frigid conditions. These drills are a direct response to Russia's expanding military footprint. But the geopolitical chessboard is more complex than a simple East-West standoff. China has declared itself a near-Arctic state, despite its geography, and is aggressively pushing its Polar Silk Road initiative. This ambitious project aims to create new shipping lanes and infrastructure through the Arctic, presenting both an opportunity for partnership with Russia and a potential new front for competition. Consequently, the Arctic Council, once a beacon of international cooperation focused on science and environmental protection, has become paralyzed by these escalating tensions, its collaborative spirit frozen over by geopolitical maneuvering. The Arctic ecosystem is one of the most fragile on Earth. The increased shipping traffic, oil and gas drilling, and military activity introduce unprecedented risks of oil spills, noise pollution, and habitat destruction. Beneath the surface of military strategy and economic ambition lies a profound environmental crisis, accelerated by this new Arctic scramble. The rapid industrialization and militarization of the region pose a direct threat to its fragile ecosystem and the indigenous peoples who depend on it. Communities like the Nenets and the Sami, who have herded reindeer across these lands for centuries, find their traditional migration routes blocked by new pipelines, military bases, and industrial sites. Furthermore, the very ground is becoming unstable. The thawing of permafrost isn't just a logistical problem, it's a climate time bomb, threatening to release vast quantities of methane, a greenhouse gas far more potent than carbon dioxide, and creating a dangerous feedback loop that could accelerate global warming. Adding to this precarious situation is the haunting legacy of the Soviet era, dumped nuclear submarines and radioactive waste on the seabed. As new shipping routes open and industrial activity increases, the risk of disturbing these toxic relics grows, threatening a catastrophic environmental disaster with far-reaching consequences. A major oil spill in these icy, remote waters would be nearly impossible to clean up, with catastrophic consequences for marine life, from polar bears to beluga whales. The black carbon, or soot, from increased shipping and industrial activity settles on the ice, reducing its ability to reflect sunlight and accelerating the melting process. In the rush for resources and strategic advantage, the very environment that makes the Arctic unique is under threat. The militarization of the Arctic is not just a danger to regional stability, it's a danger to the planet. What we are witnessing is the dawn of a new era. The melting of the polar ice caps is not just an environmental crisis, it is a geopolitical event of the first order. Russia, with its strategic vision, military investment, and geographic advantage, is positioning itself to be the dominant power in this new world. This new Cold War, fought not with ideological slogans but for control of resources and trade routes, could fundamentally reshape the 21st century. The future of global power, trade, and the environment itself may well be decided here, at the top of the world, in the cold, contested waters of the Arctic. The frozen frontier is history. The race for the Arctic has begun. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis insightful, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on global geopolitics.